because she's dead and weak, then you understand very little. If you were any part of killing her, you're not afraid. You understand nothing at all. So for your own sake, understand this. I am the Doctor. I'm coming to find you, and I will never, ever stop. I am the Doctor. I'm coming to find you, and I will never, ever stop. As you come into this world, something else is also born. You begin your life, and it begins a journey towards you. It moves slowly, but it never stops. Wherever you go, whatever path you take, it will follow. Never faster, never slower, always coming. You will run, it will walk. You will rest, it will not. I am the Doctor. I'm coming to find you, and I will never, ever stop. One day, you will linger in the same place too long. You will sit too still, or sleep too deep. And when, too late, you rise to go, you will notice a second shadow next to yours. Your life will then be over. I am the Doctor. I'm coming to find you, and I will never, ever stop.
And there we have it. You know, it's nice to build something not Fights for Age related for once. It's a good change of pace. But anyway, here we have the TARDIS. Obviously, from Doctor Who, this specific interior is from 72 Yards, the Ncuti Gatwa episode of the Disney era, the very, very short-lived Disney era. I thought it's a gorgeous exterior. That's why I chose it. But of course, this is the TARDIS from the Adventures in Time mod. There's a few TARDIS mods out there, like the Dalek mod, but I'm not a huge fan of Dalek mod anymore since the changes. So I chose this, and it's honestly a great mod. I do have some add-ons as well, like AIT Plus and AIT Extras, I think that's, yeah. Just adds a little bit of extra stuff. And I think also there's one that adds extra exteriors too, but I can't remember. But anyway, there's literally not much to see outside. All I've done is made a sort of, I guess, a small grove area of spruce and oak trees, just to make it look nice for the thumbnail. I did choose a pretty nice spot for it though. This is a really nice location. So, let's go inside. Unfortunately, unlike Dalek mod, this doesn't have a bigger on the inside thing yet. I think they're working on it, but there's no bigger on the inside just yet. Also, heads up, this is a bit laggy. If you look right now, I have 80-ish frames. Without the photon shaders, I have like 400 frames. Well, actually 800 more likely, actually. But as soon as we step inside the TARDIS, let's just watch those frames. It kind of goes down, like 55 now. It still went down a decent amount. But the thing is, even without shaders, this still plummets a lot. I'm not sure why. I think it's the console. I think these console blocks do take quite a lot in terms of like processing power. But it could be a lot worse. For now though, we will keep these gorgeous shaders on because the reflections are amazing. So anyway, this is the primary console room. I decided to use the TARDIS, the most recent TARDIS, for the David Tennant and Ncuti Gatwa Doctor, that being the 14th and 15th Doctor. And honestly, I think he did a pretty good job. I think the lights are a bit iffy, and the shape is a little too circular. It's more of an oval shape, I noticed as I was finishing this build. But it still works. These stairs were the hardest part. Having to curve them was actually a bigger pain than I thought it would be. Like even here, it's really cramped. But I managed it using a mix of quartz and this polished cut deep slate from the Create mod. Yes, I did add Create. I didn't use it as much as I wanted to because I forgot I suck at Create. This TARDIS is indeed functional. I will not be activating it right now. If you want like a mod review or something, I can leave it in the description, or I can do one myself in future. But you can fly it. Another thing that I love about this mod is you can have a sonic screwdriver. Right now I've got it set to Ncuti's gold version, but if you go to sonic settings here, you've got a bunch of choices, like a bunch, and there's one that's kind of stands out. Let's see if you notice it. you know, just... Yeah. You get a portal gun sonic screwdriver, which I find super funny. Yeah. And of course, you could change it whenever you want. Like, for example, my personal favourite screwdriver is the mechanical one, the Peter Capaldi Sonic. Because it just looks so cool. And sounds great. Anyway, we need to focus on the build, not the mod. Most of these corridors go places. The only ones in this console room, I think it's this one that I blocked off because I didn't want every door to be accessible, just to add a variety. That and it gave me less to build. We will start. Let's start with this one. This is an angled corridor. This was a little bit of a pain to build, but I still think it came out pretty nice. Went for the white color, a lot like the console room itself, to keep it in theme. These are teleport blocks. You crouch and jump, and you'll go up and down the levels. There's only a couple of these. But right next to the primary control room is this one. This TARDIS belonged to a bunch of different doctors. This specific version, I think, I based off of the 5th and 6th Doctor. They kept it relatively the same other than the console in the middle for a lot of Doctors. But, yeah. The thing about the classic series is that they never showed you the roof, because the set was quite flat. for a lot of, like, price reasons and simplicity's sake. So I gave it the Hartnell sort of thing on the ceiling. We mostly see it in one of the newer versions of the First Doctor TARDIS, but I think it works, and obviously this is quite empty, so I gave it something to look at. And you do see space, quote unquote. It's just black concrete, and you can close it and open it like it would close and open in the show. So yeah, pretty basic and not much to say because it is very... Oh no. Doubling up. There we go, okay. Down here, doesn't go anywhere. This just leads right back to the console room, so it loops round. But there is this one, which teleports you upwards, which also connects to the main console room. But this one also leads to the library. This library is heavily based off of the one seen in Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, the Matt Smith episode, although slightly changed back. So I wanted to try using this color. I think it turned out okay. This I didn't really want to put here, so I didn't want to continue this round. But then I realised I wanted to do the Seal of Razalon, but it wasn't. I was actually too small, so it's just a blank wall. So do with that what you please when you get the world. I'm sure someone will figure out something good to do here. But it's all pretty copy-pasted. It's the same on both sides, and all the floors are just, again, copy-pasted for simplicity's sake. with a spiral staircase in the front middle, which wasn't there in the show, but I added that myself. It's more of my custom interpretation. And the Book of the Time War is here as well. So yeah, that's the library. Going back down. And we will go over to this one and jump. Oh no, crouch, sorry. I know my own TARDIS. And we go down this part here. This connects to, you guessed it, the main console room. But heading straight forward. Okay, calm down. Brings you to the Hartnell and Troughton TARDIS. The first and second Doctor. This, technically the original one was far smaller. And the camera I don't think ever panned to this side. So this is mostly based off of the one we see in the Pierre Capaldi episodes at the end of his run. So a slightly more modernized version. But probably it's one of my favourite classic TARDISes. I don't know why. I like the whole wall of mechanical stuff. It's just really cool to look at. And obviously the small console is odd, but I like it. Although I still prefer the larger consoles, makes it look more grand. So there's multiple ways to go here. Continuing down. To the left is the console room, again. To the right connects you to the black hallway, the Jodie hallway, as I'm calling it, the crystalline hallway or whatever. See, getting a tour of this is difficult, but we'll come back to that. So back to where we were. Go down here and we go right instead, and right again. We have our first bedroom. This one is supposed to be Amy and Rory's bedroom. We never actually see it, but the only thing we're told is it has bunk beds. Because, you know, how much the Doctor loves his bunk beds. So, I made sure to include that. You also got like a writing table for Amy, because at the end of her run, she does write a book for the Doctor to read. So, I would imagine she has at least a little expertise when it comes to writing. So, she's got a writing desk. And Rory has his own desk where it's just, I don't know, history. I'm not sure. He was trapped as a Roman for a while. It's also orange to try and mimic the Matt Smith first TARDIS, because I never managed to build it because it's just too complex. Going down this hallway, you'll see it, I guess second split. This is the sort of David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston style hallway. We never get to see the corridors in like any Doctor Who, Modern Who apart from Smith, so I just have to kind of guess. But I like this, it's quite organic. Which does, of course, lead us to the coral interior. This one's a little dark. There's not a lot of spots to find and hide lights. But I kind of like it because it reminds me of how it appeared in, I think it was the Doctor's wife, I think? One of the scrap TARDIS when they go back to the old control room because of House. No, not that House. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. I did want to have a corridor somewhere, but I'm pretty sure we got a pretty big 360 view of the TARDIS before, and not once did it show an actual corridor, but you're told it exists because Doctor goes to the wardrobe when he becomes David Tennant. So it's a dead end corridor. There's no corridors for you to walk through, other than when you leave. So yeah, continuing down the coral tunnels. First of all, we have yet another connection to the main control room. And to the left, we have the swimming pool. Now, there are two versions of swimming pool that we've seen in Doctor Who. This was the first one. This is from the Fourth Doctor, Invasion of Time, I think. And they literally, I think, filmed in a real life pool. So it's a pretty normal looking pool. It looks like if we removed the furniture, it'd probably fit in the back rooms pretty well. But yeah, it's a pretty nice pool. It's very different compared to the rest of the TARDIS, which I do like that, because the TARDIS is just so random. So I love that. And it's better than the Matt Smith pool, because that thing was just a giant kind of metal pool. It didn't look interesting at all compared to this one. Going down the hall and going this way, we come across Matt Smith's second TARDIS. This one is the Toyota TARDIS, I do believe. Don't know why it was ever called that, but it is. Yeah, it's a little dark as well. but I'm okay with that. I think it looks quite nice, and the glow, especially Photon, looks really nice. This is one of my favourite interiors, but I like the Capaldi version better. The more gloomy orange glow is so much better. But still, a rather nice interior. Oh, and these do work. I have it off because of the sake of lag. Also, say hello to the outside. It's, yeah. So by turning this on, Jesus, I can feel the frames. By turning this on, it does activate the spinning lights. And, yes, this does knock down the frames by, like, 20. But it looks really cool. Really, really cool. So if you do enable this, just, remember to, you know, turn it off. So, down this hallway, would you guess it? It connects back to the main control room. But also, going down to the very bottom, connects to the Toyota console again. And halfway across, we have Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. Her TARDIS is one of my favourites visually. But on a technical level of so many reflections and such around, it is horrible if you're, like, filming anything. Like, good God, they didn't think that part through. But I love the crystals. And I love that, although they only ever did it once, the crystals could change colour to match the Doctor's mood. And it only ever did it when she was really sad once. Which is a shame, because again, it looked cool. It was cool to see it change to red if she was angry and stuff like that. It just would have been so cool. But I do like this TARDIS interior. It was a bit hard to get right though, because again, it's a little strange with how it's about, and Minecraft doesn't translate it too well. But I did my best. Going up our funky stairs, we have the crystal hallways. In the crystal hallways, if we go left first and down, we will be taken to the ARS room. This is the tree which holds the bulbs things that can make any electrical or just mechanical thing you can think of. It'll make it for you. Take one though, and the TARDIS will yell at you. Going down there actually connects to the second Toyota interior, and up here connects to the main entrance to the Toyota interior. This is just a copy-paste of the first one, but with some bookshelves and chalkboards and the orange centerpiece, as well as orange lights at the bottom, and some tables. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Capaldi's was a lot more messy, I think. He personalized it himself a lot more. And I do prefer this version over the last one. Oh, I forgot to fix that. Yeah, when I was copying this over, I literally copy-pasted it. The copycat panels from the Create mod, just broke. They did not like being copy-pasted. I think that's the only ones that happened to. The rest I fixed. Okay, good. Yeah, so be careful in copy-pasting those panels. And one of the main reasons I got the Create mod was for the English. One of the main reasons I got the Create mod was because of the copycat panels. Because I couldn't find a good frame blocks mod for this version of Minecraft, which is 1.20.1. So, I don't know. I don't know if there is one, and it just wasn't on MODRINTH. But, yeah. Going down this hallway, inspired by the Matt Smith era hallways, and the only time we see a hallway in Modern Who, we come to the blue version of the crystalline TARDIS. Again, I love this. It is so nice, and I wish we saw it more. But, yeah, it's just a blue copy-paste of the other one. I obviously had to go in and change the lights and glass and stuff. And, yeah, honestly, fantastic. I just wish it was utilised more in the show. I was thinking that was the last... No, it's not the last console. There's another one. If we hop down here. First of all, to the left, we have a small bedroom. This is just a generic bedroom. I just wanted to add a bedroom. It is partially inspired by some of the bedrooms we saw in Classic Who, though. So, it does have some reason behind it. We'll go that in a minute. This one, however... Okay, I love that sound, but it does get annoying like after a while. This is the Fugitive Doctor's TARDIS. This is the Doctor that came before the first Doctor, supposedly. I like it. It's a nice mix of the modern Who aesthetic, well, and the classic Who aesthetic. It's very nice, the whole centre console rather than the off-centre ones of the classics. And the roundels. I love the round things. It's so good to see. And there's like, I don't know what was back here. I think it was like coils and things with the chameleon arc up here. I'm not sure. I just used walls for that and I think it worked pretty well. This is also the interior they used for a lot of the alternate interiors. That wasn't the Doctor's. So I think there's like 3 other TARDISes that had this interior. Just because they already had it on standby, so they could just film it again. Going down this hallway, we have another bedroom. I like this bedroom. I like the dark roundels. This one is implied that it belongs to someone like a seamstress or someone who likes to make clothes. So I've got a couple of coats here as well, and I like this room. I do. The roof's probably a bit jarring. I think that might be the wrong colour, but I like it. And this painting. This is from the, I think it's Macaw's painting mod. It's beautiful. I love it. The cherry tree, just mwah. Come over here. We are brought to the corridor that connects to the crystalline TARDIS and the Toyota TARDIS. But going all the way down, we have the kitchen. This is a fairly modern kitchen, which is quite different from the rest of the TARDIS. But I think that's kind of why I did it, because there is no set style to the TARDIS. It's everything. And we've got a big TV here that's literally just like the fuel and everything for the TARDIS. We've got the Gallifrey Falls No More painting. And we got this Trenzalore painting, which are both just called painting. And they're from the Adventures in Time mod. Very, very cool. And I love the effect of it being bigger than the inside like it was in the show. Like, genuinely, that is so awesome. But yeah, I think that's all. Hold on. Here's the entire building, the outside, by the way. One thing I enjoyed about building this was not having to worry about making a casing for it all, because it's in its own pocket dimension. That was really nice. And this texture shader pack does break the heart of the TARDIS a little bit, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it all. Wow, that was quicker than I thought it'd be to do the tour. But yeah, I loved this build. I understand that this probably won't do as well as my other builds, simply because it's not FNAF. I've built up a FNAF following, so it's very different. The hope is, though, that even some of you enjoyed this would be nice, and it will make me feel a bit more confident and comfortable doing more non-FNAF stuff in future, just to break it up a little bit. Because while I absolutely love and enjoy doing the Five Nights at Freddy's builds, it does get a bit tedious after a while of doing it over and over and over and over again. So, you know, it's just nice to do something different once in a while, and I hope you're okay with that. So, now, I'm going to close this door, and we're... Okay, release the handbrake, and... Hey, listen, it's been a while since I've looked at this. Oh, duh. There we go. Where are we going? I haven't planned that far ahead. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!